Hey family, I hope you and your loved ones are doing well. So today I'm going to be showing you how I made my lentil soup, but I wanted to let you know I do have two versions of it. In this video I'm going to be showing you the vegetarian version, and if you want to try the other version, be sure to check it out in the next video, and I'll make sure I'll link it in the description box. But without further ado, let's get started with this video. All right, family, so here are the ingredients on the counter with the exception of the lentil. I forgot to put that in the frame. However, I'm going to list all these ingredients in the description box. And so now we're going to get started with dicing the vegetables. All right, so moving right along, I added like 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the pot. And then now, once it's hot, the oil is hot, I'm adding my vegetables, the carrots, celery, and onions. And I'm going to allow these to saute anywhere from like 5 to 7 minutes because I just want the, the vegetables, mainly the celery and carrots to get soft, become soft, and then the onions, I want them to be like, translucent. And so I'll let these go for a few minutes, and in between, I'm just gonna mix it around somewhat to make sure that the, the vegetables are saturated in the oil. All right, so after a few minutes of sauteing, now I'm going to add in my minced garlic, and I chose to add these in a little later because I don't want the garlic to burn. And so now, just a note, y'all can also use fresh garlic. Actually, fresh minced garlic would probably be better than the jarred garlic, but I didn't have any fresh garlic on hand, so I just used what I had in the house. But the fresher the herbs that I find you use in your recipes, the the better it tastes. But nevertheless, it still ended up coming out good. And so now I'm just again mixing everything up, making sure my garlic is incorporated well throughout the vegetables. And so now I'm going to let these cook for about another 2 minutes. All right, so now I'm going in to add my lentils. Now I'm using the brown lentils, and I made sure that I rinsed them off really well. And this is actually a half a cup. And so now I'm just going in and I'm just blending, make sure everything is incorporated really well. Also, I want to make sure that the lentils are coated with the oil, and I'm going to allow these to cook for about 1 minute. All right, so next I'm adding 2 cups of this chicken broth. This is organic, low sodium chicken broth that I'm using. And then I'm going to add a cup of water. And then now I'm going to mix all this up. Then I'm going to let this, put a lid on it, and I'm going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to go in and just, stir it up in between that. And so now this is after it's been cooking now for like 20 minutes. This is how it looks. And when I tell you the kitchen smells so good, oh my goodness, like you can literally smell this in the hall. So I just mix it up some, put the lid back on, let it cook for another 5 to 7 minutes. So now I'm going to remove my lid. And that's how it looks at a nice full boil. And so this is how the soup is looking right now. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some black pepper. So that's like a half teaspoon of the black pepper that I'm adding. Then I'm going to follow it up with some of this cumin. Same thing, I'm doing a half teaspoon. And now I like to add this towards the end. The reason being is that when you add your cumin and your black sauce at the end, black pepper at the end, you still have the boldness, of each flavor, as opposed to when you're adding it in the beginning by boiling, for so long. Eventually, the intensity of the flavor kind of evaporates some, if that makes sense. So that's why I waited basically until this meal was done, and then went in and added. And so when you taste it, you'll taste like the richness, of the cumin and the pepper. All right, so at this point, I'm going to taste it now to see if I need to add any salt, because if you notice, I didn't add any throughout this dish. I am using low sodium chicken broth, and I didn't want to put the salt in it in the beginning and then it end up, being too salty. And so now I tasted it. It's pretty good, but I want to add just a little small amount of salt just to, amp it up somewhat. And so just mixing that in again. My flame at this point is turned off because, like I said, the soup is done. And so I'm just mixing it in, and I'm going to give it one final taste just to be sure, it's to my liking. But that's pretty much it. So at this point I'm tasting it again, and it's perfect. It's definitely to my liking, as you can see with my dry, ashy hands. And so now that's it. We're going to plate this. All right, family, so here we are, our simple bowl of lentil soup. And I paired it with some Thomas English muffins because that's the only bread that I had in the house, but it still worked. And then also I have another version of lentil soup that's going to be following this video, and it has more spices in it. I add some meat to it, and then I made it a little creamier. So be on the lookout for that and show me some love on that video. I appreciate it. But anyway, so that's gonna wrap up this one. Again, I thank you for tuning in so much, and I look forward to presenting the next video to y'all. Bye.